Okay, hello. I am looking like a mess, I know. That's because I got drunk last night after watching the first semifinal. So I'm a little hangover. I came back home and I want to discuss on the first semifinal what happened last night. Am I satisfied with the results? Maybe, kinda. So we're gonna speak country by country, starting with Greece. For Greece qualification, I'm so pleased. There's nothing wrong for Greece being part of the grand final. And they well deserved everything. Was perfect. Vocals are perfect, were perfect. Staging were nearly perfect. That was a little slow for me. Maybe some more action could have been better, but it's okay anyways. So there's nothing much to talk, much to critic about Greece. I'm so satisfied and well deserved, I think. So moving on to Australia, which again is a very, very good act. Well deserved, everything. I think one of the best in history, and I think the best of this semifinal. I think they are the number one. I was in Team Iceland, you know that. I still am in Team Iceland. I want Iceland to win, but I need to be honest, Australia made me more enthusiastic than Iceland. So I always enjoyed that song, Zero Gravity. I loved the song from the very beginning. I listened to the song constantly, but I never get this much enthusiastic, that get this much excitement from that song. So that happened last night, which is a very good thing. So well deserved Australia. For Cyprus, I mean, yeah, she deserved. That's a good song. That was a good song. That was a good performance by dancing and by staging and lights, everything. But vocally, she's not the best. But we saw last night that vocals are not so important to be a part of the grand final. You know, Estonia and San Marino were vocally, so bad, but they made it anyway. So vocals apparently is not so important for qualification. So Cyprus, I think, well deserved. The song is, it's a good song. It's a good pop song, and we need that type of pop songs in the final every year. So Iceland, for me, Iceland, there is no option. I can see no other option than Iceland being part of the grand final. I said it before, so there's that was no surprise for me for Iceland's qualification. I'm not so surprised. They well deserved, and I still want them to win. Let's see. In the performance, that gets old. That performance gets old, but still, I think it is the best amongst all other 41 countries. I think it is the best song, and the stage, and the performance. It's best, and the original, even though I am in love with Australian stage and the performance now, I still think that Iceland should win. So moving on to Slovenia, which is another qualifier for the grand final from last night. I think they also well deserve to be on the final. I loved them from the beginning. They did a great job. There is nothing wrong vocally. Everything was perfect. Everything like we are listening the studio version. You can make me listen blindfolded that live performance, and you can make me believe that this is a studio version. Yeah, I can easily believe that. She sounds so good. Everything was so good. Between this powerful and full staged and upbeat song, Slovenian entry made the difference amongst them and made its way to the final. So Portugal, I am very shocked and very confused about Portugal's not being part of the grand final anymore. It's very crazy, I think, because even though I didn't enjoy the song at all, last night I really, really want Portugal to be in the final because that was a color, that was a different color, that was a different and original act, a music, original music. I still don't quite much enjoy, but still I would rather prefer Portugal instead Estonia. I mean, come on. So Poland, I'm moving on to Poland. Poland is also another sad news for me because they were also so original. They were sounding so good last night. I listened the performance again again in the morning. So I really think that what's wrong with them? What's wrong with them to not be a part of the grand final? And what's with Estonia to be a part of the grand final? I mean, Estonia, Poland. We have seen Estonian-like songs, so many songs like that we saw on Eurovision. But Poland was so original, I think. So I don't know. I would prefer Poland. I think Poland deserved. Yeah, it's not happening. So Belarus. Belarus. She is the princess of Eurovision this season. She killed it. She is 16 years old. 16 years old. And we had so many young people on Eurovision, young contestants. And amongst all of them, think about them. Think about every young competitors like this age, 16, 17. They, compared to them, the Xenia, the Belarus, was the best. I mean, remember Blanche from Belgium? She was also 17, like that. And she was the favorite for that year for so many people, but she was so nervous. She was acting very nervous on the stage. She was like shaking. She wasn't professional, but Xenia, this 16-year-old lady, young lady, did everything perfectly on the stage. She was absolutely beautiful. She sound so good. She danced like crazy and sing like crazy. She was breathy so much. So I think she deserved an applause, and she made it through to the grand final. I think that was the best thing that happened last night. Congratulations, Belarus. Congratulations, Xenia. I mean, come on. She is the best 16-year-old, 17-year-old in that age class. She was the best in history of Eurovision, I think. So moving on to Georgia, before the semi-final, after watching the rehearsals, I really thought and believed that Georgia was gonna make it. But last night, when watching the full performance, I lost my hope. I lost my belief on Georgia because, I mean, in the very first 30 seconds or 40 seconds into the performance, there were nothing. There wasn't any emotion, there wasn't any feeling, there wasn't any excitement. He built up the song very nicely in the second half. The song ended so strong, so powerful, but still Georgia lost the audience in the beginning and couldn't have the chance to bring them back. So that's why I think Georgia didn't make it, because they lost the audience from the beginning. You need to catch the audience with your beginning part. But Georgia started very very low and very... That was so sad. I wanted Georgia so bad. I don't know. But Serbia... Again. Serbia, congratulations Nevenia, our queen. This type of Eurovision ballad, Eurovision Balkan ballad, this type of Slavic ballad, we need at least one of this type of song every year in the final. This is a classical Eurovision ballad, Balkan ballad song, and it is a must. It is a must that this type of song, at least one song in this type, should have to, not should, have to be on the final, have to be on the competition every year, because this is a classic. So this year, this song came from Serbia and made it through the grand final, which is very well deserved. She sounded so good, she looked so good, everything was so good, so good. So congratulations. So as for speaking Montenegro, actually they sounded better than so many other countries last night. And if I had to choose between Montenegro and Estonia, I would prefer Montenegro. I would prefer Montenegro. They sounded better. They passed their energy, they passed their positive energy, positive vibe through the screens to us very perfectly. They were smiling, even though they knew that they are not gonna make it, but they smiled. They were positive. They were energetic. But Estonian entry, Victor Krone, he was like, and when he finished, he was like, what is this? What is this? He knew he sounded bad, because he was telling after the announcement of the qualification, he was like, I knew I sounded bad, but I will be better in the grand final. So see you on the grand final. He was like that. He knew that he sounded so bad. So yeah, I would prefer Montenegro. Even Montenegro was better. So Finland, yeah, they didn't deserve and they didn't make it. So there's not much to say about Finland. Czech Republic, I never thought Czech Republic gonna make it, but they made it, and I'm very, very pleased by the result of this. They looked so good. The camera thing, the camera surprises when these square things happened on the screen, that were so clever, so nice, so good. He sounded and looked so good. He was like the cutest, and also he also passes his energy, his positiveness to us so nice. So yeah, well deserved again with Czech Republic. I have no bad feeling about that. Hungary, I actually very sad about this one too, because I mean, he sounded so good. The performance was so good. I watched that from the beginning till the end with not closing my eyes like this. That was so good, but didn't make it. I mean, like I said before, sounding good and performing good is not enough. It's not important apparently in Eurovision anymore. So moving on to Belgium, I think it's good. Belgium didn't make it. I didn't want them make it to the final, because song is bad, performance is bad, staging not good. So Belgium, you did better. You can do better next year, but this year it's better to go home before the grand final. So Estonia, I told everything I feel about Estonia already. No, he didn't deserve, I think. This is my opinion. He didn't deserve to be on the grand final with that performance. But it happened anyway, so San Marino. This is the last one. I'm happy. I'm happy that Serhat made it through the semi-final, made it through the grand final. But as for San Marino, I mean, this is San Marino. This is not Turkey. So Turkish people allegedly, I didn't know the truth. I don't know the truth, but Turkish people voted for Serhat, and San Marino made it through the grand final. But I think it's unfair. I think it's unfair because, I mean, come on. In Europe, we have so many Turkish people living. So if any country chooses a Turkish representative, that means they are going to be on the final no matter what. I mean, the song was bad. The song is not so good. I mean, in the studio version, okay, the song is good. We can listen to the song. We can enjoy the song in studio version, but with that performance was bad. But it is so unfair to vote for them just because he's Turkish. It is so unfair. Let's agree on this. I am happy that we saw Turkish flag, Turkish words, and Turkish representative, but this is not Turkey. This is San Marino, and the song is not okay. The performance was not okay. So as we know, in Estonia example, the performance, the vocals or anything matters. Some other things matters apparently. So congratulations, Serhat. I would prefer another one, maybe Poland, maybe Hungary instead. But still, this is choice of the people mostly, and choice of the jury. So you made it through San Marino. Congratulations again with your second qualification of this grand final. So we're gonna see Serhat and San Marino again in the grand final, which is a good thing. Which is we missed Eurovision in Turkey. So Serhat brings so many good enthusiasm to us, like in all days. So thank you for that. But I still think that was unfair. If everything was so perfect, if the song was so perfect, if the performance was so perfect, I would be rooting for San Marino. You know me. I'm always rooting for good songs and good performances. But just because he's Turkish, I don't feel like I need to be rooting for Serhat and the San Marino, but I'm happy anyway. So thank you for watching. Hope you can bear my pauses while speaking, and I want to see you on the next video. Thank you. Bye.